Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula, and on this platform we discuss about designer fashion, luxury and lifestyle, but in a more practical and sensible way. I'm gonna start the video with a small update to my posting schedule. So I'm gonna move into a summer schedule in a way, which means that I will be only posting new videos on Thursdays, starting from now, I guess. So not 2 times per week, but only 1 time per week. And we're gonna go with this schedule to the mid-August or something like that. So just that you know, that this is a planned move and not so that I just don't have time to film. This is gonna be my first Q&A video, and I have to say, when I was planning on all the kind of different video ideas, I was thinking that do I actually even dare to take a Q&A video, because what if no one asks me anything? That was actually one of my biggest concerns, if I'm completely honest, because I just wasn't sure if my opinions or anything like that was actually interesting. So I kind of felt that I'm putting myself out there by just informing that I'm gonna do this video. But I mean, I was so surprised of the amount of questions that I got, and thank you for everyone who took the time and left me one. This is gonna be an interesting video, I would say, because the questions are so good. My plan is that I will take screenshots of all of the questions and I will have them on the screen so you will see who the question came from. So I'm not gonna be like mentioning now who said it, or maybe I will, but the sender will be visible. And I would say that I got 2 questions to my Instagram, and then the rest came to YouTube. So just if that makes any difference, I just wanted to share that. And I have no idea how long this video is gonna be at this point when I'm filming it. So probably I would suggest put on your headphones and start, I don't know, go to a walk or do something fun, because this could take a while. I'm not sure, but just get comfortable. I have my laptop here as well so that I actually won't miss any of the questions, or that I will get them right. So, okay. So I would say that there were 2 questions that were more about, like, I don't know, non-luxury related, or maybe 3. And the rest was more about luxury stuff. So I thought I would start with the kind of who am I questions. So the first one would be how old am I? So I know that I probably look quite young, because I actually, whenever I buy alcohol, like 80% of the time they ask me for my ID. Which is funny, because here in where I live, you can buy alcohol at the age of 18. So don't know how young do I look, but I am 32 and I'm gonna be 33 soon in July. And then there was a question of what do I do for a living, and at this point I don't really want to go to too much details, but I work in the IT industry in a software company, and I work as a C-level executive, if that is the proper term. So I am chief blub officer. So I work in the IT industry as a kind of executive position. And now we get to go to the more interesting questions, I think, because they are not about my age or what do I do outside of YouTube. So, what was my first luxury bag, and do I still have it? I'm counting luxury bags as luxury designer brands. And my first proper luxury bag was my Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM in Damier Azur, and yes, I still have it. I love this bag. I actually I dreamt of this bag for many years before I got it. I don't even know, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, some years ago. And yeah, I still have it. I don't wear it daily. It's not like my work bag or anything like that, but I don't think I will ever get rid of it. That being said, if I wouldn't own this bag, I don't know if Neverfull is like the best of the best of the best when it comes to tote bags, but at least like this one has been super durable. I do not baby this, so I think it has held up really good and super happy I got it. This question actually made me smile. My dearest Patricia asked, when am I gonna visit her in Switzerland? Whenever you invite me there. And actually it's quite funny because I have been traveling in very many European countries, but in Switzerland I have never been. So I would be super excited to visit you, honey. What motivated me to start buying luxury bags? I think this is really good one. There were 2 questions around of the same topic. So what motivated me to start buying luxury handbags, and how, when, why I first got into luxury. I think I'm gonna combine my answer to these questions because it probably would be a bit repetitive. But what motivated me to buy, I would say it started already when I was a kid. My mother really appreciated quality items, and I don't know, she has also always loved handbags, and not necessarily even like luxury handbags, but handbags in general. And I do remember as a quite young kid, we were traveling somewhere and we always went to look at handbags, and it just, I had my first Longchamp when I was probably like 7 or something like that, because my mom loved handbags so much, and I really loved them as well, that she wanted to buy me like a proper, it's not proper, but for me it was like a proper handbag. It was a proper brand, and I was so happy and proud of my pink small pliage, which unfortunately I do not own anymore. I have no idea at what point of my life I've misplaced it somewhere, or did I just wear it completely, but I took it everywhere. I loved it, and it's really hard to pinpoint like the first exact moment of when I switched from like loving handbags to loving luxury handbags. But I have these like visuals of me being in Paris at the age of 12, admiring the Champs-Élysées Louis Vuitton flagship store, and being like, one day I will own a bag from Louis Vuitton. And it really strongly has stuck into my mind. And it's really hard to say like what made the shift, because my parents are not like filthy rich. I would say we did well when I was a kid, and they are still doing well, but it wasn't like we were rolling in money. They were, and they are really hardworking people, and I would say that I was never missing anything, but it wasn't like everything was gold or something. I haven't been raised in that type of environment. So it has been about appreciation of quality. I think that's where it has started. I've learned that already as a kid. And then adding the interest towards handbags to the mix, and I think at some point, already as a quite young person, they just kind of, I don't know, matched together, and it turned into an interest towards luxury handbags. And here I am having a luxury handbag channel on YouTube, and just, I don't know, but it has been quite a long journey, I would say, for me finding luxury handbags. All right, then next question would be my most memorable luxury shopping experience. And what bag would I get rid of today? Wow, my most memorable luxury shopping experience. I mean, I think it has to be when I bought this one, because this is my first one, and I would say that that is my most memorable one because I had been wanting this bag for many years. And I remember because originally this did not come with the pouch. And at that time, the price was maybe like 600 euros or something without the pouch. And I was already like, okay, that is quite a lot, but it's still doable. And then suddenly Louis Vuitton decided to add the pouch, and then the price went up like 250 euros, 300 euros or something like that at that time. And I felt that, okay, is this still in my reach and so on. But my mom actually decided to gift this to me as my graduation present for my second master's degree. And she gave me the money for it. And we were actually traveling with my now husband, then boyfriend. We were in Munich in Germany. And that was the time when I was like, I'm gonna buy my bag from here. And that experience going to Louis Vuitton store and knowing that I am able to buy something, and there was no champagne, there was no extra special treats in that way. It was good service, but it wasn't like, here's all that we can offer and go and sit into a luxurious room and we will cater you. It wasn't anything like that. But I would say that that probably is my most memorable experience, just because it was my first and I had wanted it so much. So yeah, I would say that is definitely my most memorable one. What bag would I get rid of? That's quite a good question and quite interesting one, because I know that I have like made videos of bags I would replace in my collection, and I could kind of see that, well, if I already have ideas on how to replace them, maybe I just could get rid of those bags. But I don't know. I'll probably have to say, with the knowledge I have now and with the feelings I have now, I would probably get rid of my Saint Laurent Lou camera bag, which I don't currently have because it is in Italy with Saint Laurent to hopefully be repaired. I have made a few videos of my experiences with that bag. If you are interested, I will link them here. But all that has kind of put me off of that bag, so I'm gonna have to say that I would get rid of that one. Then, what is my earliest luxury memory? It's maybe kind of tied to what we already discussed earlier, but like a specific luxury item I remember when I was maybe like 5 or something. I was quite young, and we were at home in one of our storage spaces, and I saw this like huge Louis Vuitton canvas garment bag that my mom owned. She still has it, and she has actually promised to give it to me, but I have no storage space for that. But that is definitely my first like luxury memory of seeing that at a very young age. And like already then I knew that this is expensive. I don't know why. Maybe I was told that don't touch it with sticky fingers or something, because it's expensive. But I had the feeling that I'm now in the presence of something something luxurious. So that, I would say, is my first memory of like luxury item, I think. So yeah, a Louis Vuitton garment bag. Then what do I enjoy doing outside of the luxury handbag world? Well, I enjoy my work. I truly do. It has nothing to do with handbags or luxury stuff, and I love it. It's just I think I'm definitely in the right place when it comes to my career, but like on my free time, I truly enjoy. Um, I'm a quite hedonistic person. I like experiences. So I love eating out in restaurants. I love going to the theater, traveling, and just gaining new experiences hedonistically. So this doesn't mean that I'm up there climbing some mountains or I'm not interested in that type of experiences, but just some like everyday, or it doesn't even have to be every day, but yeah, it's not really a materialistic thing that I enjoy doing on my like outside of the handbag world. It's more like, I don't know, mentally getting new memories and yeah, I would say that's what I truly enjoy doing. And yeah, I guess that's it. And then on the opposite end, I really love our home. I love spending time at our home and just like relaxing where there's no pressure of being social. I'm an introverted person, so basically being with other people drains energy from me. So I load my batteries when I'm alone or when I don't really have to do anything or please anyone or be very active. So I think what I enjoy doing is a combination of these two. So getting new experiences and being quite hedonistic about it, and then also just spending time at home, chilling, and yeah, that's what I enjoy do. My 3 tips for budgeting for luxury. Wow. Okay. Um, well, I think my first tip would be I need to know what I am budgeting for. So for me, it is very difficult just to save up money without knowing what it's for. Because if I don't have a goal, then it's easier for me to be like, well, I'll just take a bit from that. So my first tip would be know what you're budgeting for and have that in your mind. So before you can budget, or before I can budget, I need to know how much I need money, and so on. So I need a goal. So first tip would be to know what you're budgeting for. Second tip would be to think about like where can you get the money. Obviously saving from an income, for instance, thinking about how many, let's say, salaries you need to have. So how much can you take from each salary to put on the savings account or wherever you save the money, or could you want to sell something that you own? Personally, I, for instance, do a lot of like my closet cleaning. And here in where I live, we have very active local Facebook groups, for instance, where people buy clothes and not like luxury stuff, but clothes, furniture, whatever. So if there is something hanging around in your apartment that you don't need, just see if there is something you can sell and then budget that money or put that money into that whatever you're budgeting for. Or then if you already have like bags and there is something you haven't used in a while, think about would you want to sell that and fund your next purchase. I think that's what I usually do, that I first think how much money can I get by, let's say, selling something I absolutely don't need anymore. Usually it's not really handbags, it's just other stuff, and it might not be like enough of just like selling a few items and buying a luxury handbag, but there is a start already, and then it's easier to think like how much from my salary I then need to be able to get that, and then make a plan of how many months I need to save and so on. So that would be my second tip. And third one, it's kind of hard to say that, okay, cut down on takeaway coffees or some make your own lunch to work, because it's not really my tip, is it? I don't drink coffee at all, so I spend €0 on takeaway coffee anyway. And like I would hate the person in me if I would need to start making my lunch to work, because that is part of my pleasure of having a nice lunch out with my colleagues whenever I go to the office. And it would just is not worth it for me. So for me, like cutting costs on everywhere in your daily life, it's not really something I have as a tip for budgeting. For me, it would be probably, and this is a very simple one, but look from the pre-owned, like what is the price point of the item sold there? Is it less expensive than new from the boutique? And kind of, because that might make it could bring the goal closer, or the target closer. I find actually this question quite difficult, because giving advice on people how to budget for handbags when all of our situations are very different, because some might not have that much like spare money on their income, for instance on the salary. So it's not really a choice of how much can you take. You take what the small part that is possible, or it might not even be possible, or something like that. So then it would need to be cutting costs versus saving from the income. So like giving a tip on things, so it's really difficult. So I'm just trying to figure out how I do things and how I budget for luxury. And it just basically that's what it is. Like once I know what the price is new, how much I still need to save, I would say the third one is that I will then look where I can get it the cheapest. So is it new from the store with a discount code, or pre-owned, or so on. So I would say, like with me in my life and how I spend my money, these are how I budget or how I plan, because I just, I don't know, this sounds kind of bad, but I haven't needed to like, well, this is from where I save or so on, because we all do different things. We don't have a car, so I'm assuming that saves probably quite a lot of money and so on. So the life situations are very different. So I'm just gonna go with how I budget, and then maybe it's useful or helpful. Now, this next question, it is a very good one, I have to say. And it is, what impact has talking about my passion for handbags had on my collection and buying habits? Wow, Dale, and amazing question. And when I read this, I started to think like, wow, I need to write down my thoughts before I can film anything, because this question has so many layers. But the first feeling that I got once actually thinking that how this has impacted my passion for handbags and my buying habits is that I am now more confident with my own opinions and my own style. And it's quite funny, because I didn't really imagine it going that way, or I haven't ever thought about it. But now, I don't know, the more I talk about things and do my research that I probably wouldn't do as much if I wouldn't have this channel, the more confident I have become in my own thoughts. So I don't know, I didn't have any pressure before to please people. That was not the case. But now I feel that when I need to try to express my own thoughts, they bring me more confidence in my own opinions, I guess. So if everyone else are talking about bag A and it gets super popular, I'm actually quite confident in admitting to myself and to everyone else as well that if it's not my style, it's not my style. Or on the other hand, if everyone else are saying that it's just like overly popular, I can still admit that I still like it for my own reasons. And this has made me to truly understand my own motivations in wherever I spend my money. It's not like it is still my money, and I'm the only one who benefits or loses of whatever I purchase because it's my money. It's not even my husband's money. We have separate money stuff, so all is my own money. So it's just, I don't know, yeah, it has just brought me more confidence in just being who I am and with my own opinions and buying what I really like for the reasons that are my own. And they can be somewhat influenced by someone else, but I truly have owned my own thoughts and opinions, and I don't need to think that can I share it or not. I'm just very, yeah, more confidence, I would say. The last question is that which bag best represents me as a person and why? Wow, this is also a very good one, and I'm gonna answer it based on what I own. So if I would go about like all the handbags in the world, this would probably get very tricky. So I try to like minimize it to what I own currently. And I would say that it comes to these two, the combination of these two. I am very, very casual, laid back in my everyday life. I don't really wear makeup, only mascara at work. No, nothing else pretty much. I wear very casual clothes, not meaning like leggings to work, but like casual clothes. And I'm not that fussy about, I don't know, my appearance or something like that. So my Prada re-edition 2005 would be like the more chilled, laid back, relaxed, casual side of me. But there is also a side that is more like ladylike and put together and have like good manners and all of that. And that I feel is reflected in my Lady Dior bag. So yeah, after thinking about it, I am probably a combination of these two. So I don't know, the opposites or something, but that's how it is, and that's what I'm gonna go with this one. That was the last question. Oh my god, guys, thank you so much for sending me these questions. I know that I probably have talked quite a lot in this video, and if there is someone still there who has been listening to me, thank you. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and yes, please let me know in the comments down below if there is anything else that I could answer, or what did you feel in general about this type of Q&A video, because it's my first one, and yeah, I don't really know myself if this is interesting to anyone, so please let me know. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.